If you've ever woken up to aching knees, stiff fingers, or throbbing wrists, you know just how relentless joint pain can be. For millions of people, these aches are written off as just getting older, something inevitable that comes with the passing years. But what if joint pain isn't simply a side effect of aging? What if it's your body's warning sign? A flashing red light that inflammation is running rampant beneath the surface. According to Dr. Weil, a world-renowned leader in integrative medicine, inflammation isn't just a nuisance you feel in your joints. It's a biological fire that drives most chronic diseases, from arthritis and heart trouble to diabetes and memory loss. At its core, inflammation is the body's way of fighting injury or infection. But when this response gets stuck in overdrive, often triggered by diet, stress, or environmental toxins, it starts damaging healthy tissues, especially in your joints. Here's the good news: you don't have to accept inflammation as your fate. Dr. Weil believes the kitchen holds more healing power than the medicine cabinet. He spent decades researching how everyday foods, not rare superfoods or expensive supplements, but simple ingredients you can find at any market, can dramatically reduce inflammation and relieve joint pain. Imagine eating your way to greater comfort and mobility, without harsh medications or restrictive diets. What makes this approach different? It's all about adding, not subtracting. Instead of focusing on what you need to cut out, Dr. Weil emphasizes the importance of bringing in 4 powerful anti-inflammatory foods that nourish your whole body. These foods don't just help your joints, they support your heart, sharpen your mind, brighten your skin, and even improve your mood. In fact, Dr. Weil's patients often report noticeable relief within just a few weeks of consistent, mindful eating. Think about what your life could look like if those morning aches faded. If you could garden, walk, or play with your grandkids without that constant discomfort. The secret isn't complicated, it's in your grocery cart. In the following sections, we'll explore these 4 foods, why they work, and how you can easily make them part of your daily routine. Whether you're struggling with arthritis or simply want to prevent pain as you age, this guide will show you that joint health starts on your plate and that healing often is much more delicious than you think. The surprising truth about inflammation and joint pain. Have you ever wondered why your joints feel stiff in the morning? Or why your knees and wrists ache every time the weather shifts? Most people think arthritis is just part of getting older. But here's what most don't realize. Inflammation isn't just about aging. It's your body's way of crying out for help. According to Dr. Weil, one of the world's leading voices in integrative medicine, inflammation is at the root of nearly every major chronic illness: joint pain, heart disease, diabetes, even Alzheimer's. But here's the good news. You can reduce inflammation naturally, and it starts with what's on your plate. Dr. Weil has identified 4 powerful anti-inflammatory foods, simple, flavorful ingredients that you can find in almost any grocery store. These aren't exotic superfoods or supplements. They're everyday foods that can help soothe your joints, reduce swelling, and protect your body from long-term damage. And the best part, they don't just help with joint pain. They support brighter skin, a sharper brain, a healthier heart, and even a better mood. You don't need to go on a strict diet or give up all your favorite meals. You just need to add the right foods and make them a regular part of your daily routine. Dr. Weil emphasizes that these 4 foods, when eaten consistently, can have noticeable effects in just a matter of weeks. Imagine waking up with less stiffness, climbing stairs without hesitation, or simply enjoying your favorite walk without that nagging knee pain. So what are these foods? You might already be eating some of them, but chances are you haven't tapped into their full healing potential. In this video, we'll explore each one, starting with a colorful fruit family that fights inflammation deep in your bloodstream. Then, a buttery fish richer in omega-3s than even salmon. A humble Asian green vegetable with powerful antioxidant properties. And finally, a spicy root that's been used for centuries to calm inflammation. But before we dive in, take a moment to think of someone you care about. Maybe your parents, a grandparent, or even yourself, who lives with joint pain every day. This video could be the start of a small change that leads to a much healthier, more comfortable life. Nature's inflammation fighter. Let's start with one of Dr. Andrew Weil's favorite anti-inflammatory foods, berries. And not just because they're delicious. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, strawberries. These tiny, colorful fruits pack a powerful punch. Dr. Weil says, "I love all berries. These are among the healthiest foods on the planet, and they're bursting with natural compounds that fight inflammation." The key lies in a compound called anthocyanin, the pigment that gives berries their rich red, purple, and blue colors. Anthocyanins are potent antioxidants that help neutralize the free radicals in your body that can trigger inflammation and joint damage. But here's the part. Most people miss berries don't just fight inflammation in theory. They've been proven to do it in real life. In one study from Ohio State University, black raspberries were shown to reduce inflammation and even cut cancer risk in lab animals by up to 50%. Other research has linked regular berry consumption to better memory, slower cognitive decline, and improved heart health. And when it comes to joint health, berries work in two powerful ways. They lower inflammatory markers in the blood, like CRP reactive protein. They protect cartilage from breakdown by blocking enzymes that erode joint tissue. That means fewer aches, less swelling, more flexibility. And the best part, berries are incredibly easy to eat. You can toss a handful into your morning yogurt, mix them into oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or even snack on them frozen. Dr. Weil recommends adding berries to your daily diet as close to raw and fresh as possible. Frozen berries are fine too, especially if they're unsweetened and picked at peak ripeness. And if you're looking for a quick, powerful breakfast, try this Greek yogurt. A handful of mixed berries, a drizzle of honey, and a spoonful of flax seeds. It's creamy, crunchy, sweet, and deeply healing. It's also worth noting that berries are low in sugar compared to most fruits, and they don't spike blood sugar the way bananas or grapes can. That's especially important for seniors managing diabetes or inflammation-related conditions. If you've ever thought of fruit as just sugar, berries might change your mind. They're not just healthy, they're therapeutic. And this is just the beginning. If a small bowl of berries can protect your joints from damage, just imagine what the next food can do. Up next, a tender, buttery fish that contains more inflammation-fighting omega-3s than even wild-caught salmon. The omega-3, champion for joint protection. Now let's talk about a food that's often overlooked, yet might be one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory proteins you can eat: black cod, also known as sablefish. While salmon usually gets all the attention when it comes to omega-3s, Dr. Andrew Weil points out something surprising. Black cod actually has even more omega-3 fatty acids per serving than wild-caught salmon. That's right. This silky, buttery fish is one of the richest sources of EPA and DHA, two omega-3s that are directly linked to lower inflammation and better joint health. Here's what makes it special. EPA and DHA help regulate the body's inflammatory response. They calm the immune system's overreaction. What causes swelling, stiffness, and pain in your joints? In people with arthritis, omega-3s have been shown to reduce joint tenderness, morning stiffness, and even the need for pain medications over time. And black cod delivers those benefits in a form that's not only powerful, but also incredibly enjoyable to eat. Often called the buttery fish, black cod has a rich, delicate texture that melts in your mouth. It's perfect for baking, broiling, or even pan-searing with a bit of olive oil and lemon. And because its flavor is mild, not overly fishy, it's a great option for people who don't normally like seafood. Beyond its omega-3 content, black cod is also packed with lean protein, essential for maintaining muscle and joint strength as we age. It contains selenium, which supports joint flexibility, and vitamin B12, important for nerve and bone health. But what really sets it apart is its ability to support both short-term relief and long-term joint protection. While anti-inflammatory medications often just mask pain, omega-3s in fish like black cod help heal the source of the problem, restoring balance to your immune system and nourishing your joints from within. Dr. Weil recommends eating oily fish like black cod at least twice a week. And if you can't find black cod at your local store, look for alternatives like mackerel, sardines, or Arctic char, all rich in the same joint-healing omega-3s. Here's a simple meal idea. Oven-roasted black cod, brushed with olive oil and herbs, served alongside steamed bok choy, which we'll explore next, and a warm bowl of quinoa. It's anti-inflammatory, satisfying, and deeply nourishing. So, if you've been relying on supplements or over-the-counter pills to manage joint pain, consider adding this natural powerhouse to your plate. One fish, many benefits. Next up, a humble green that most people walk past in the grocery store. But it's one of the most nutrient-dense vegetables for fighting inflammation. The forgotten leafy green with anti-inflammatory power. If you've ever walked through an Asian grocery store, or scanned the vegetable aisle without paying much attention, chances are you've seen this next food without realizing just how powerful it is. Meet bok choy, a humble leafy green with some serious anti-inflammatory firepower. Dr. Andrew Weil includes bok choy among his top recommended vegetables for joint and overall health. Why? Because this member of the cruciferous family related to broccoli, kale, and Brussels sprouts is packed with nutrients that actively reduce inflammation and protect your body at a cellular level. One of the key compounds in bok choy is beta-carotene, a plant pigment that the body converts into vitamin A, crucial for maintaining strong immune function and reducing oxidative stress. It's also rich in vitamin C, which helps protect the joints from wear and tear by supporting collagen production and reducing free radical damage. But here's what makes bok choy really stand out. It contains glucosinolate's natural sulfur-containing compounds that, when digested, help neutralize toxins and reduce inflammation across the body. Studies have shown that these compounds may even suppress inflammatory markers and slow the progression of joint diseases like osteoarthritis. And, unlike some other cruciferous vegetables, bok choy is gentle on the stomach. It's mild in taste, tender in texture, and works beautifully in both raw and cooked dishes. Steam it, stir-fry it, or even slice it thin into a salad. It's incredibly versatile. For seniors, or anyone struggling with joint pain. Bok choy offers a unique combination of hydration, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds, without the digestive heaviness of starchier veggies. Another benefit: it's low in calories and high in fiber, which supports gut health, a lesser-known factor in regulating inflammation. More and more research is uncovering the connection between gut health and joint pain. And foods like bok choy help keep the digestive system balanced. Try this easy anti-inflammatory side dish. Lightly sauté chopped bok choy in sesame oil with a few slices of fresh ginger. Another anti-inflammatory food we'll talk about next. Add a splash of tamari or coconut aminos, and serve it with baked fish or brown rice. It's simple, soothing, and deeply nourishing. Dr. Weil recommends including bok choy in your meals at least a few times a week, not just for joint health, but to support the entire body's anti-inflammatory defenses. So, if you've been skipping the greens or sticking to lettuce and spinach, it might be time to give bok choy a real spot on your plate. This underrated vegetable could be the secret weapon your joints have been waiting for. Up next, a spicy root that's been used in healing traditions for centuries, and modern science now proves it works wonders for inflammation. The ancient root that calms modern inflammation. For thousands of years, people across Asia, the Middle East, and Africa have turned to one simple root for pain relief, digestion, and immune support. And today, science is catching up with tradition. That root is ginger, and according to Dr. Andrew Weil, it's one of nature's most powerful and reliable anti-inflammatory tools. What makes ginger so effective? The magic lies in compounds called gingerols and shogaols. These natural chemicals target the same inflammatory pathways in the body as many prescription drugs, without the harsh side effects. They help block the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines, which are heavily involved in arthritis, chronic joint pain, and swelling. In clinical studies, daily ginger consumption has been shown to reduce joint pain and stiffness, especially in people with osteoarthritis. In fact, some researchers found that ginger worked just as well as non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs NSAIDs, but without the gastrointestinal discomfort that often comes with medications. But ginger isn't just about joint pain. It also supports digestion, calms nausea, boosts circulation, and helps regulate blood sugar. All important factors in overall inflammatory health. Dr. Weil recommends incorporating fresh ginger into your diet regularly, ideally daily. And the good news is, it's incredibly easy to do. You can slice it into hot water with lemon to make a soothing morning tea. Grate it into stir-fries or soups for added warmth and spice. Blend it into smoothies for a zingy, anti-inflammatory boost. Or even chew a small piece after meals to aid digestion. One simple anti-inflammatory habit. Start your day with warm ginger tea, a few thin slices of fresh ginger steeped in hot water, maybe with a touch of honey and lemon. It warms the body, soothes inflammation, and supports digestion, all before breakfast. And if you're already eating anti-inflammatory foods like berries, black cod, and bok choy, adding ginger to the mix only multiplies the benefits. It's worth noting that ginger can also be used topically. Some people find relief by applying ginger-infused oil or compresses to sore joints. But for most people, the easiest and most effective way to benefit is from the inside out, by making it part of your regular meals. So if you're tired of reaching for pills to calm your joint pain, maybe it's time to reach for a root. A small piece of ginger can do a big job when it comes to calming inflammation, improving circulation, and bringing comfort back to your body. Now that we've explored all 4 of Dr. Weil's favorite anti-inflammatory foods, let's bring it all together in the final part: how to build these foods into your life in simple, delicious ways, and why your joints will thank you for it. Putting it all together for joint health and longevity. So now you know 4 everyday foods: berries, black cod, bok choy, and ginger, each with powerful, proven anti-inflammatory properties, all backed by the wisdom and medical insight of Dr. Andrew Weil. They're not pills, they're not extreme, and they're not fads. They're simple, natural ingredients that, when eaten consistently, help lower inflammation, reduce joint pain, and protect your body from chronic disease starting from your plate. Let's quickly recap what each one does. Berries packed with antioxidants. They fight inflammation in your blood vessels and protect joint tissues from damage. Black cod, rich in omega-3s. It calms the immune system's overreaction, easing stiffness and protecting joints from further degeneration. Bok choy, loaded with vitamins A and C, plus glucosinolates that neutralize toxins and reduce long-term inflammation. Ginger, a natural pain reliever. It blocks the same inflammatory pathways as medication without the side effects. And here's the most important part: you don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Just start adding these foods regularly, a little at a time. Try this simple day plan: breakfast, Greek yogurt with berries and flaxseed. Lunch, stir-fry with bok choy, tofu, and brown rice. Dinner, oven-roasted black cod with steamed veggies and ginger tea. Small choices, big results. Within a few weeks, you might notice less stiffness in the morning, more energy, and even improvements in your digestion and sleep. But this isn't just about food. It's about taking back control, choosing nourishment over numbing, prevention over prescription. Inflammation doesn't have to rule your life. Joint pain doesn't have to be your daily reality. And aging doesn't mean giving up on comfort or mobility. Dr. Weil's approach reminds us that healing is not always in the medicine cabinet. It often starts in the kitchen. So here's your invitation. Look in your fridge. Visit the produce aisle. Experiment with that ginger root you've ignored until now. Make a small shift today toward foods that support your body rather than fight against it. And if this message resonated with you, share it with someone you love: a parent, a friend, a neighbor. Joint pain is more common than we think, but knowledge like this, that's still rare. Let's change that one plate at a time.